Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 195, and whoa mama, brace yourself. There is so much information that I got to get out to you because there's lots of updates, lots of new exciting things, and some not so amazing things that we're working on. So first things first, there is something now that we have launched called Level U, as in for you. It's customizable for you. Huh? Does this pique your interest? It should. So here's the deal. For those of you who are Tiege Hanley subscribers, you now can go into your dashboard, log in, and you now have the ability to add products. You can add an eye cream, you can add a face wash, you can add an anti-aging super serum, you can add an AM, a PM, a scrub, a wash. You can add any of the Tiege Hanley core products. Another one, acne. If you want to grab acne, you can do that as well. I have the prices in front of me. So here's the deal. The way that it works, you go in, you're like, yo, I want to add a wash to my box, or I want to use a PM moisturizer, because what we have realized over the course of 3.5 years since we've launched Tiege Hanley is that not everybody uses their system the way that we expect them to, or the same. And so one of the things that we did early on is allow people to adjust their delivery date, pushing things out and changing, if you're not a 30-day guy, maybe you're 35 or 36 or 28. Because some people do use more than the recommended dosage, and some dudes just like to use AM moisturizer multiple times a day like I do. I use it first thing when I wake up before I go to Starbucks to work, and then after my shower, I'll apply it again. So I'm doubling up on my AM moisturizer. And so if I'm running out of my AM moisturizer now with the Level U, all I got to do is log into my dashboard and say, add an AM moisturizer, and for $7.50, it will basically, it costs $7.50, but you can add it to your shipment. And then next month, if you want to do the same thing, you can do that. Or you want to add a wash or whatever it is. You can add any of the core products that Tiege Hanley sells now. The prices, because they're not free, we kept them as low as possible. For the AM, PM, all of the tubes. So AM moisturizer, PM moisturizer, scrub, and wash, $7.50. For any of our containers, like eye cream or serum, it's $12.50, and then for acne, it's $15 additional. And so it was the first step, actually, I guess it's technically like the second step in us trying to allow you to better customize your box. And we are going to do even better. We're still working on the model and trying to allow you even more flexibility, but right now that's what we got. And so it's really exciting for us. We launched it sort of quietly. We're going to make an announcement, an email blast to all you guys out there that are customers, I believe, in the next few days. But I am breaking the news here first, unless, of course, they send the email out tomorrow. One of the reasons why we're also doing this is because we want to add products, right? Something that you guys know that have been following the vlog for a while is that we have been trying to develop additional products to Tiege Hanley. We have been in development for a few products now for a while, some longer than others. The products that we are currently in development and pretty close on are lip balm. We've got a deodorant. We also have a sun stick. So if you guys are wanting to go protect yourself outside, boom, you just put that bad boy on and you're good to go. We've also been in development of an exfoliating bar of soap. It's a daily exfoliating bar. The smell is amazing. I don't know what it smells. It kind of smells like the face scrub. So if you guys are a fan of that, this is a very similar fragrance. Now this got sent to me to test it. So this, I think, is the final version of it, but I got to try it and give my feedback. Throughout the process of product development, it has been hard. We have been punched in the face a few times by some unforeseen things. Whenever you decide to come out with a product, let's just say we'll use shaving cream for an example. If you want to sell a shaving cream, if you're like Johnny's Beard Company and you're like, yo, I want a shaving cream, you really have two options. You can have a custom formula, or you can do like a white label or private label. Now, the upside to having a private label company do your products is that it's quick, right? They've already got this formula, and all they're going to do is basically put your logo on it or your label on the container, ship it out to you, and then you've got your shave cream. This is quick, it's easy, and the order volume is low. The minimum order quantity a lot of times for private label is pretty low. And so the barrier to entry is not that great, right? And so you don't need to be a chemist. You don't have to have any background in formulation. You can just go out there, do a Google search of shaving cream private label companies, and you're going to have a ton of options, and they'll send you some. You try it, you find the one that you love, and then boom, you got your own shave cream. And so if you're trying to do something and you don't have a lot of money, and it's, you know, and time may be of the essence, you know, it's not hard to do. Anybody can pretty much do that. The other option is for you to create a custom formulation. And this is what Tiege Hanley is. Tiege Hanley, everything that we produce, everything that we sell is our custom formula. The upside to that is that we own that formula. It's ours. Nobody else is selling our eye cream. Nobody else is selling our AM moisturizer. They're ours. They're proprietary formulas for us. The downside to this is that it takes a little bit longer, and you need more skill, you need more expertise, you need somebody to actually formulate those products. Now, even if you don't know a chemist, you can still go to these labs that manufacture shave cream and say, hey, I want to develop a shave cream, and a lot of times they will have chemists on staff or people that they can help you along the way. The upside to this is you get to pick everything. You get to pick, you know, the fragrance, you get to pick the viscosity, like you can choose to do it any way you want because it's completely custom. The other downside to doing private label, though, is you really have a formula and it's really difficult to change anything. And if you want to change like the fragrance of, you know, your shave cream, you've got to do like some massive order, because then it breaks down to, or comes into the more like custom formulation field, and you're going to have to order a much larger volume, and that's going to obviously be a lot of money. And if you're not moving through or selling this stuff super quick, it could sit on yourself and you've got a lot of money tied up in inventory. Well, Tiege Hanley, everything we do is custom. The trouble with this, and especially with some of the products that we're doing, like the lip balm and the sun stick, is that we have an SPF. And so, you know, it's sunscreen. And so in order to claim that you have an SPF of 20 like we have in our moisturizer, or AM moisturizer, it's got to go through a series of very rigorous tests, stability tests. They bake it, like it's a long process, months, literally, to test it. And guess what? We had a lip balm that we sent that we thought like, okay, this is it. This is the formula. We're good. We sent it off and it came back and it was like I think we were trying to get like 25 or 30. I can't remember off the top of my head what the SPF was supposed to be, but it was like 1 below. And so guess what? Back to the drawing board, and you pretty much start from scratch. And anytime you start one of these tests over, you're starting the clock again. And so the time goes like, it just takes forever. And so lip balm, something that you think, oh, it's pretty simple, right? It's just a lip balm. Well, it's not that simple. And we have gone through so many iterations, so many versions of it, that it's taken a long time. We think we've got the formulation now, but it's in testing. And so it's a challenge. This bar of exfoliating daily bar soap, we have probably gone through 20 different versions of this to get here. And it's something where you get a version, you get it manufactured, you try it, and then everybody gives their feedback. What do you like? What do you don't like? What do you not like? And so, as you can see there, it's just the time that it takes is challenging. Now, our deodorant, right? Here's an example of the packaging. You also need to pay attention to the packaging. So we have a formulation for our deodorant that is awesome, right? It is great. We're all excited. It's going to be amazing. Well, we wanted to have it in a round container, a round like deodorant thing, like you're seeing like a lot of these other deodorants, like Jack Black comes in like a round like deodorant canister. We didn't want like it to be oblong or shaped like this. And the reason is because we wanted it to look a certain way in the Tiege Hanley lineup. And we just kind of liked that feel of that, you know, that deodorant, and we wanted it. And so what we came to realize is that all of the round containers are not like recyclable. They use something like some type of plastic that is not recyclable. And so we're like, okay, we want to be recyclable. We want to make sure that the container can be tossed in your recycle bin. And so we start sourcing and trying to find this like perfect thing. And then all of a sudden we find this one that's round that actually is not biodegradable, but recyclable. And so we're like, oh, okay, this is it. We got it. Perfect. Let's do this. And then we found out that because a deodorant is a hot pour, right? In those containers, it's a hot pour, meaning they have the container, they liquefy your formula, they pour it in, and it's hot. It's like 49 degrees, I think, like Celsius, actually. So it's warm. It goes in, and we're like, okay, cool. So we get it, and it's like, this isn't really working all that well. It's not really pushing up and stuff like that. Come to find out that the little disc that we use or that they use in that container, it melts or doesn't it basically like disintegrates when you pour something that hot into it. And so it doesn't work. And so here we are again. We've got the formula, but it's now about packaging. And then you want to throw on the fact that now once the packaging is sourced, we then have to have it manufactured. We've got to have it shipped to us. And the process for that is long. Like getting stuff shipped overseas is not like a day. It's not like a week. As you can see, nothing moves super fast when it comes to custom development. And it's so incredibly frustrating. Now, the good news is that when we finally get everything situated and sourced and figured out and are able to launch, the products are going to be the best that you've ever seen. But to get to the best you've ever seen and to meet the Tiege Hanley level of quality and just the quality of the products that we're selling, to kind of just like make sure that we are still like selling products that are on the same level in the respective categories as our skincare products, it's long and it's hard. Now, the good news is that we anticipate being able to launch probably 2 new products this year. And this is bringing us kind of back to the whole customization of the level U that you're able to do in your dashboard. We want, once we launch this amazing soap, you to go in and be like, yo, I want that soap, right? And just add it to your order. Or I want the soap and I want the lip balm. Or I want the soap and I need an AM moisturizer and I'm going to... So it's sort of like, would you like fries with that? Dollar Shave Club, that was sort of one of they were like kind of the pioneers in my mind of people that were like, hey, here are your razors, but then you'd get that email, would you like to add a shave cream this month? Or would you like to add, you know, extra blades or whatever it is? LTV, the lifetime value of your customer. This is something that you're going to need to figure out. For Tiege Hanley, we have an average lifetime value for a customer. We know that they're going to stay on average X number of months, and that's going to equate to X number of dollars. But what happens anytime that you can add something, like say this is like, you know, $10, right? All of a sudden now that customer, if they order it 3 times, that LTV goes like boom, way up. And so it's an incredible way for you as a business to sort of increase the amount of revenue that you're generating from a specific customer. Because if Tiege Hanley just sold, subscription for skincare, we're kind of locked in. We need to make sure that we're retaining them for as long as possible. We need to make sure that, they're staying so that we can, generate as much revenue as we possibly can. Not to mention handsome, we want to make sure that you are looking as amazing as possible for as long as possible. Did you see it? Exactly. And so this is a great way to automatically increase our LTV for a customer. And so adding products like this or the would you like fries with that? Because what happens, and the way that sort of came to be is when you go to a drive-thru like McDonald's, they would always try to like, hey, would you like a soda? Would you like fries with that? That's sort of that model. Like if you're just going for a cheeseburger, but they say, hey, would you like fries with that? And all of a sudden you're like, yeah, why not? Extra $2. Now all of a sudden your order is an additional $2 and they're $2 more profitable. Or they're making $2 more in revenue. And so that's one of the reasons why it's important for us to launch these new products. Not to mention, we want to have you using Tiege Hanley products in your bathroom. Because you guys obviously love the skincare, and so we feel like we can do more than just skincare in sort of the men's grooming space. And so we're doing the best job we can, guys. I know, I see the comments, a lot of you are like, yo, when are you launching this? When are you launching that? When are you adding products? Why can't I buy just a wash or whatever it is? Now that we're still not doing, but you can add one if you use too much. Anyway, guys, that is sort of the long answer to what's going on at Tiege Hanley. Like I said last week, we had a lot of updates that I wanted to get to, and we're still sort of flushing it out. We don't know what the reaction is going to be, but next week I'm going to sort of announce and tell you a little bit more about how the whole level U thing is working and what's happening and sort of what we're seeing from a customer standpoint. Because like we said last time, you got to test, you got to try, and you've got to adjust, and that is what we're in the process of doing. We're also working on making the ability for you to customize it even more great. And so that's something we're not ready to talk about, but it's something that we're playing with, trying, testing, and at the end of the day, I said that. You can't let me say it. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that you are getting and having the easiest, most amazing experience with Tiege Hanley as we possibly can. It's about making it easy, it's about making it convenient, and it's about satisfying what you want. Because at the end, I almost said it again. Damn! See right there, punching myself. Last vlog I told you how I'd never been punched. And it's interesting. I was all like, maybe I shouldn't announce that. Because now I'm waiting for somebody to come up to me and punch me in the face and be like, yep, there it is. I'm the first dude to punch you, Alpha. You're welcome. Anyway. I don't know what the hell I was saying. All I'm saying is that we are trying to make Tiege Hanley the most convenient, the most, we want you to be happy. And no matter what we think and how we feel that you should be using our products, it's really going to depend on you and how you are doing. That being said, we do feel that Tiege Hanley has pretty much nailed, as much as possible, the system to accommodate as many people's usage patterns as possible. One of the things that we've done early on that has really made that possible is the instruction card, which I don't know of anybody who was doing that up until us. But it is also, you got to remember this, it's a system, right? The reason why we don't sell just a face wash, the reason we don't sell just an eye cream is because our goal and our mission is to help you feel and look amazing. And you need to do certain things, not just one thing, not just two things. You need to do at least 4 things every single day in order to make sure that your skin looks amazing and you feel as happy and confident as possible with your skin. And so that's the reason. Could we make money? Could we be more profitable from a company standpoint if we would just allow anybody off the street to buy a Tiege Hanley wash? Yeah, possibly, but possibly not. Because how many people, not knowing that you need to do all these other things, would just buy the wash and be like, yo, deuces, I'm out of here, and not actually experience the full benefit of Tiege Hanley and the system, because at the end of it's a system, and that is what we created, and that is what we believe in, and that is why the guys that are using Tiege Hanley are seeing results, because it's not just one, it's not just two, it's the system, it's everything together that makes the difference. All right, so there's one business question I want to get to this week. I know I talked a lot today. I'm sorry, there was just so much to sort of get out and explain to you. Next week I'll do better. Next week, guys, if you have a business question, down below in the comments, start it with business question and then ask your question. Next week, I'm going to try and get to like all of them, 5 of them, 6 maybe. Who knows? But it's all about you next week. So here we go. This business question everybody needs to hear. It's from our friend, I'm not even going to attempt that name, Swarpenda. I'm sorry, dude. He says, so I have been running a tiny online business for about 6 months. I'm a day scholar at my college and ship stuff at night, which is awesome. Congratulations, you're hustling. Anyway, I was foolish and didn't pay any taxes. So it's not really a surprise when I was slapped with back taxes. I've sold some stuff to pay those taxes, and so I feel like I've sort of lost. How do you recommend I proceed? Wow. Wow. Taxes suck. Taxes suck so bad, it is ridiculous, because we as entrepreneurs think, right? We're like, yo, I just made this bar of soap. I'm going to sell this soap. Somebody bought it. I charged $10. I just made $10, and I put $10 in my pocket. Right? And then tomorrow, what happens? I sell 2 more. My God, now I've got $20 more. Boom, I got $30 in my pocket. It's mine. And then what do? You run out and you spend it. You're like, yo, I'm balling. I'm buying stuff. You spend it like you made, and all this money is yours. The truth is that not all of this money is yours. You've got to put away money for A, to replenish your inventory, B, local sales tax if you're actually paying, if you're selling the product in your state. And then you also have to pay federal and state income tax on whatever you made. Taxes suck. It is a reality, though, and one of the big mistakes that people make especially like YouTubers too, right? Because YouTube, when they pay you, they don't take taxes out, but they're reporting it. YouTube is reporting how much they're paying you, and the government gets it like, oh, Alpha M made $15 last year, but he didn't actually claim that on his personal income taxes. I see what's going on, and they're going to send you a bill and be like, yo, you owe taxes on the money that was paid to you. And so you gotta, do not overspend. Do not live above your means, and do not think that when you make $1 that all that dollar is yours. Only a percentage of that dollar is yours. The rest is the state and federal. And when you start making a lot of money, that amount of money and that tax burden is huge. So I would like to leave you with an uncomfortable and unfortunate example of how taxes sort of work. I'm going to use me as an example. If I make $10 profit on this bar of soap, do you know how much money I get to actually keep and spend? $5.50. $4.50 goes to taxes, $3.90 goes to the federal government, and 6% goes locally here to Georgia. So out of this $10, I keep $5.50. That's how taxes work. And that sucks. You gotta save the money. Do not live above your means. And so it sucks, right? Because like in your bank account, you'll be like, damn, I'm killing it, right? Not knowing, or I should say you should know, now you know, you didn't before, that that money isn't really yours. And so a big mistake that a lot of people get into when they start making a little bit of money and taxes aren't being taken out is that they overspend. And so then when the tax man says, yo, you owe me, where's mine? Right? You don't have the money, and so you got to sell things in order to pay that back tax bill, which sucks. And so I am a firm believer in live well below your means. And just remember that you're going to have to pay that taxes. Now, once you sort of have been in business for like a year, then I would recommend paying estimated quarterly taxes so that you don't have to pay like one big tax bill at the end of the year. It still sucks though, because it sucks having this money in there and you thinking like, man, that's mine, I earned it. Gentlemen, that's where I'm gonna wrap things up. I love you more than our double monk strap shoes. Tiege Hanley is rocking and rolling. Wish this stuff was happening sooner, but now we've got level you, because you are what this is all about.